Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Oxygen Not Included. Okay, we are on cycle 76. Things are going okay. I'm doing some bits and pieces. I need to turn this on to clear out some of this carbon dioxide. That's fine. I'm putting in a deodorizer over here, and I'm going to put in an airflow tile beneath it, so we can start to drop out some of this carbon dioxide and start cycling through some of this polluted oxygen that we've got here. So that's what I'm doing over there. We are still waiting for everything to fill up. We are pumping oxygen out of here, but we're not getting a lot of this hydrogen through. We're getting bits and pieces. If we jump over to the ventilation overlay, you can see there are little bits and pieces of hydrogen coming down through here occasionally. Very rarely. Somebody did suggest putting in basically a funnel. A sort of 2x2 funnel for the hydrogen to go up into, and stick in a separate gas pump up there for the hydrogen. Which isn't a terrible idea. We could probably do it without too much trouble. Yeah, probably. I'd probably want to take all of this out first, though. Alright, something to think about. Not right at the moment, though. I've turned off the electrolyzers for the moment in the hope of getting all of the gas out of here. And I just want to make sure we've got nothing in here that's going to be giving off polluted oxygen. I don't think we do. No, I didn't see anything there that would cause any trouble. Okay. Right. We've got some balm lily flowers, which means that we have some medical packs set up to make. Which means we can cure slime lung, which is good. Over here, we are digging out all of this. We are getting ourselves a little bit of extra coal, which is nice. Currently, we have less than 3,000 kilos. Which, not ideal, obviously. So we want to come in here and get some of this coal out of here as quickly as possible. Oh, looks like you've got rid of the carbon dioxide for us. That's good. Okay, up here we are, in theory, digging our way into this. I think we have set this to submit a bioscan, but we'll increase the priority so we can get in here. There is a wheezewort in there, so that's good. We can grab that and put that in down here, because we are getting sort of rising temperatures around this area, which isn't ideal. Our fridge is full. Is it worth putting in another fridge? Maybe. Possibly. Don't know. We'll think about that. Yeah, that's basically where we are. We are going to continue our explorations. I want to sort of come in here because we've got this anti-entropy thermo nullifier to look at. And we want to be coming down this way a bit further as well. So, what I will do is if I put a little block there and then we stick in some mesh tiles there, we can drop this water down into here. And in fact, let's dig this out and come across to here. So we've got all this water in one place. That would be useful. Okay, right. Let me spin on and let them get that done. We might up the priority on this digging as well to see what we've got over here. But I'll let them get on with what they've got so far. Okay, we have discovered a laboratory full of dusty machinery, the vestiges of another colony's experiments perhaps. It's unclear whether the apparatus is intended for biological experimentation or advanced mechatronics, or both. It's a biobot builder, apparently. Excellent. So, that's that. We've got ourselves this anti-entropy thermo-nullifier thingy, which is great. Let's have a look. Let's continue on this way. And we'll pop a ladder in there. No. No, we won't. We will pop a ladder in. There. That will get us to this Wheezewort, and it'll get us down to here as well. We can have a look in all of this stuff. Okay. Down here, we're making a start. So we've got our mesh tiles in. We've got our ladder starting to go in as well. That's fine. Right. I will continue to spin on. Okay, about halfway through cycle 78 then. We've got ourselves a new printable. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Drecklet eggs. Good for food. Decorator Tidier Rancher. Okay. That starts with hard digging. Anemic Gastrophobic. That's not too bad. Farming, Researching, Ranching. Okay. Increased Creativity. Germ-resistant Iron Gut. Decreased Medicine. That's not too bad. Tidying, Digging, Mole Hands. Gets a bonus to Excavation. Decreased Artist and decreased Decor. That's fine. That's a good digger. With a side of tidying. Yes, let's get Amari. Hello, Amari. How are you doing? Right, skills. Amari. Let's start you off as a digger, shall we? Amari, where are you? There we go. Attacking, yes, you can do that. Tidying, yes. Supplying and storing, but you are mainly a digger. Get on it. But you also need a new name. I need to find where you are now. Amari, there we go. You need a new name. There you go, Amari. Your new name is Langton Herring. Enjoy. Okay. So, all of this is set up now. We've got ourselves our deodorizer here. I'm going to turn this back on briefly so we can fill up again. We've drained the gas mostly out of this area and allowed it to cool down. I've turned off our gas pump for the moment. We should be okay in terms of oxygen over here. We are. That's good. In terms of coal, we're back up to 13 tons, which is nice. We've still got a little bit to dig out here. Yeah, bits and pieces here and there. So what I'll probably end up doing... I don't know. I don't want to disrupt this plant life in here for the moment. At least until we've got somewhere set up where we can actually... grow it ourselves. Yeah, so I'll leave that for the moment. Up here, where are we? We've started to put in the ladder. We are getting there. We're at the end of the day now, so it's obviously not going to happen right now. And it looks as though we've got some fairly significant heat over this area somewhere because it's melting all of this ice. So, oh, we've got a wart seed right there as well. That's handy. But yeah, we'll up the priority on that. We've upped the priority on the Wheezewort. In fact, there's several Wheezeworts around here. That's not too bad at all. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a seed in there. 5. That'll be handy. Okay. That's where we are there. Down here, our ladder is in, so we can dig out this section as well. So we'll drain that water down into here. And then we'll deconstruct this pump. And we'll move that down into here. No, we want plumbing. There we go. Yeah, pop it in there. We'll bring the pipes up. Oops, that's probably not a good idea. Bring the pipes up to meet there, and we'll do the same with the power. There we go, and just to make sure we're on the level, we'll stick a tile in there. Okay. You are now full. Let's get pumping, shall we? I said let's get pumped, or are you too warm? You might be too warm. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's all working. Do we have enough beds? We do not have enough beds. We need another bedroom. Sure. Another bedroom. That's no problem at all. In fact, that's not a problem at all because we just need to dig out this bit. Oops. Nope, we want to do that, and we'll pop in a bed and a flower pot. Probably a good idea to stick in an airflow tile as well. Oh, we have an egg in there. Can we... Thank you. Sweep that, please. Okay. I'm going to have to let them get on with all of this building and digging and all of that, aren't I? Not a lot else we can do. No. Okay, I'll spin on. Start of cycle 81. We've got ourselves our liquid pump set up here, so let's turn that on and load ourselves up with a little bit more polluted water. Over here, we've cleared out what we set up to clear out, so we've got ourselves a little bit more coal now. We're back up to about 16 tons, so that'll keep us going for a few cycles. We've got ourselves our wheezewort in here, cooling down the air around this section as well, so that's good. I've put in another oxygen diffuser up here. Obviously, we're waiting for this to be loaded with coal. Hopefully you're coming to do that. No, you're coming to pick stuff up. Okay, excellent. Oh, there we go. We've got some coal delivered now. Good stuff. Right, up here then, we've gained access to this room. I've already had a look at the computers and the lockers here. We've got ourselves a couple of sets of clothing. We have a cool vest and a snazzy suit, which we'll probably give to someone sooner or later. Right, let's have a look. Biobot Builder. Uses zombie spores and steel to craft biofueled machines that can be sent into hostile environments. Defunct biobots drop harvestable steel. Okay. Requires gas intake. What sort of gas does it require? Gas. I'm assuming that means natural gas. I don't know. Alright, let's try and restore the building, shall we? See what happens there. Okay, I think we want to continue moving up and down. So, what are we looking at the moment? I mean, we've just got more polluted water here. Temperature isn't too bad. So we could just come straight down. We've got ourselves a buried vent over here, which would be worth having a look at. But in fact, what would actually be quite a good idea as well would be coming down into here and analysing this. Yeah. I mean, that's going to send the temperature around here skyrocketing, but it's already pretty high, so... No, you tell you what. Let's not do that. Let's do this a little more sensibly. And let's put in... Where are we? That's the height of everything else. So let's put ourselves in some insulated tiles over here. And in fact, we can carry on down there as well. And we'll block this area in with insulated tiles before we open this up, I think, if we can. to try and sort of prevent too much of that heat escaping. Yeah, okay, and then... let's come across here. We've got another buried vent in here. But let's bring our ladder up here. And open up all of that. Oh, no, I wanted cancel. There we go. Open up all of that and see what we've got up this area. Story trait, Biobot Builder. Our restoration work is complete. A small plaque on this building's mechanical assembly tank reads, Pathogen-fueled, extravehicular, geo-exploratory guidebot. Why? Okay. Peggy. Yeah, P-E-G-G-Y. Peggy. The adjacent tank contains the floating shape of a half-formed organism. Its vivid colouring reminds me of the poisonous amphibians that were eradicated from our home planet's jungles. A tattered transcript printout was recovered from the mess. Reboot, an ambitious collaborative project spearheaded by Gravitas's bioengineering and robotics departments. If correctly rebuilt, big if correctly rebuilt, it could save duplicant lives. My duplicants have discovered a laboratory full of dusty machinery. Yes, we've read this. Peggy, there we go. Our restoration work is complete. A small plaque on this blah blah blah, blah blah blah. We've seen that. And then the printing pod says, knock knock, who's there? Ugh, they'll never laugh at that stinker. What if? Sound of a ding. Hey hey, squishy little buddy, look who's all grown up. You ready for a big robot ride? Dr. Syed Ali should be back from his meeting any minute. He'll be so happy to see you. Sound of a wet slap on glass. Ah, yeah, I'd be impatient too. You know what, why don't I go ahead and get you into your new home? I've helped him do this more than a dozen times. See one, do one, teach one, right? Log ends. And then a poem. Okay. That's not particularly helpful. But hey-ho. What do we need then? Steel and zombie spores. And some kind of piped gas. So this, I believe, is full of zombie spores. Or spore seeds or something. But I don't want to do anything with that until I figure out what to do with them. Because zombie spores sounds bad. It sounds like, you know, it's going to turn my dupes into zombies. Which is probably not something we want to deal with at the moment. So we'll leave that for now. We'll continue building up. How's our water doing? We are pumping. That's good. You could do with turning on and clearing off some of this carbon dioxide. Okay, that's all being built. Let's pop in a manual airlock. Just in there. Okay. Yeah, so in which case, let's start building down. Oh, we've got ourselves a new printable as well. Don't really want another dupe just yet, but let's have a look. The only other options are Drecklets, so no. Okay. Okay. Things are running over here. We are starting to store a little bit of hydrogen down here. Yeah, I don't really want to set up another gas pump, so maybe just moving that one into a funnel up here that will prioritise getting the hydrogen out. I don't know. Maybe. Well, we'll think about that. Okay, I will let them get on and build up here, and we can see what's up here. We've got ourselves salt water over here with the, whatever they're called, the lettuce things. Waterweed, these things. They provide lettuce when they're grown. So if we can get ourselves a little bit of salt water built up, it should be easy enough to plant a bunch of waterweed as well. I think they require it through a hydroponic tile, as well as being sat in it. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll think about that once we can actually get into this area. Or is there another one? Yeah, there's more over here as well. So we can build ourselves up a little stock of salt water. A little sort of reservoir like we've got here for salt water. It doesn't need to be anywhere near as big as these, because we don't need that much salt water, but we can do that. That's not too difficult. But I'll let them get on and build. Poor old Rodney Stoke is suffering from slime lung, but we have our doctor here to cure them. There they go. Rodney is cured. Excellent stuff. But that will have used one of our medical packs. So we only have 2 left, so it's probably worth building a couple more. What have we got in here? Allergy medication and curative tablets. We don't have any vitamin chews. Let's... Yeah, we need coal for that. Only 1 kilo, but let's build up a few of those. Okay, apart from that, nothing's happened because it's literally the next morning, so I'll continue spinning on. Okay, start of cycle 85. We have ourselves a new printable, so let's have a look. Again, we don't really want any more dupes at the moment. Lava eggs. They hatch into slicksters, slimy creatures that consume carbon dioxide and exude crude oil. Okay. Could probably farm those as well, couldn't we? To get crude oil. I mean, they probably don't excrete a lot. Well, let's have those, and we'll you know, just cook those eggs for the moment. Hasn't updated. There we go, lava eggs. We've got 3 of those. Let's cook those. Okay, what else is happening? Well, over here I've set up a little block there. We just need to bring out those there. I've left 3 tiles so we can fit our thermosensor up there as well. I'm going to pop in another farm tile there for a second wheezewort. If I zoom up here, we do have a spare wheezewort seed. I've also put one in, where are we? Down here, to cool the air that's coming up through this area here. Because we've got this airlock open to facilitate the sort of flow of gas. I've put this here just to make sure that we're not overheating our base. That can turn off for the moment. That's just using power. Still pumping water. We're still making our way down here. We've got ourselves a buried vent in here. And if we come up this way, obviously we've got one there. We've got ourselves an open cool steam vent up here. Which might be useful. It's a source of water, and we can probably use the steam for power later on. A lot of salt water over here, so that's good. It might be an idea to sort of come in. Where can we do this? See, this is all sand, so I'd have to come in here. These 2 blocks here. And then open up a section that we can fill with salt water and then pump it out into actual storage somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment then. Oh, this has been done. Okay, so we can... where's ventilation? There we go. We want to pop in a gas pump there. And we want to pop in a thermosensor. I guess there's good enough, and we can connect that up with an automation wire. We then want insulated gas pipes. And we'll run them across there to there for the moment. And then once all this is set in, we can bring the power across. We should be able to run it. We might be able to run it through the ceiling there. Yeah, if not, we'll just bring it up here, put a switch on, and then run it in that way. Yeah, we'll wait till all this is built. Let's pop ourselves our wart seed in there. Right, and I'll spin on again. Okay, overnight on cycle 85. I've noticed a slight problem. Wottenfit's pain here is having problems breathing because it's difficult to see because I've set up these, what are they called? Yeah, these things. Drywall, that's it. But yeah, we are entirely full of carbon dioxide in these bottom two tiles here. So poor old Wootton is trying to sleep with no oxygen. So I'm going to seal this little section off here. I'm going to put in an airflow tile here so that we can get some oxygen without running the risk of polluted oxygen filtering up through, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. Poor old Wootton. Never mind. I'm sure they'll survive. They'll just be tired. Okay, skills-wise, Botus Fleming. What are we going to do with you? Let's give you some carrying abilities, shall we? Botus. You can supply as well. There you are. Okay. Over here, everything is set up except for this last little bit of cable. I'm hoping we can reach it all. We should be able to. Because we should be able to reach that one from here. And we should be able to reach that one from here. So we should be okay there. So we just need to lay that in and we'll be all set. As you can see, the hydrogen is already collecting in this upper area. So that should hopefully help us store a little bit more hydrogen. We do have a lot of hydrogen leaking through this section here from over here, but that's fine. I could, in theory, put in a pump here to store and separate some of this gas. But that would use a lot of power, and we don't have a lot of power at the moment. So we'll leave off on that for now. Have we found anything else down here? Not really. We'll leave that for now then. Up here, yeah, I'm going to come up to here and then we'll dig across into here, like so. We'll need something there to be able to walk on. But that'll open up all that. We'll be able to drop all this salt water down into one section and then pump it out into storage somewhere down here, which means I'm probably going to need to deal with the gas that's here. Which is a bit of a faff, but, you know, it is what it is. Right, I'll spin until this is done, at least. Okay, everything is connected up. I think we're all good to go. So if I turn this on, our pump should activate. This is already set to 30 degrees, so we're okay there. And that's pumping out largely hydrogen at the moment. That's good to know. Although we are going to get stuck here because it's not being used down here. All right, that's fine. In which case, let's start. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be there, isn't it? All right, well, let's do that. That's what we'll start doing. We'll come down there. Unfortunately, it is going to uproot this balm lily, but we still have a few down here that are still growing. These ones aren't because they're now in hydrogen rather than chlorine, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I wonder if If we dig out a little bit more of that, clear a little bit of space, that hydrogen will rise up and we'll get a bit more chlorine around there, and those will start to regrow. And it will use the oxygen in those suits, which means we'll be able to actually pump out of here. So, that's what's going on there. Is there any way... I can have a kind of overflow for the oxygen there? Let's have a look. We've got a pressure sensor. No. Doesn't look like it. Okay, okay. Well, in which case... what are we going to do with this? I suppose... we just pump it into the base then, don't we? Let's pump it in here. Like so. That will help at least release some of it. I mean, we do have a lot of oxygen being produced, so let's turn that one off for the moment. This one isn't doing anything, so we'll turn that one off as well. Okay, so things are moving because it looks like somebody's used one of the suits. Alright, okay, well... yeah, well, let's see what happens there then. Okay, right, so this gas vent is set up here. It's not great because the pressure is a little high, so it keeps getting overpressure there, but I've put in another one over here, so we can sort of build up the pressure on this side as well, because we are a little bit low. That's all right. That will just hopefully keep that oxygen flowing, which means that the hydrogen will keep flowing as well. That's the idea anyway. But I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We're making slow progress, but we are making progress. Please do let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously very welcome to leave as much advice as you like. Whether I follow it or not, that's on me. But thanks very much for watching. As I say, please do give us a like and a subscribe. If you've enjoyed it and you want to see more, please check out the other videos on my channel. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Oxygen Not Included. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.